Caleb with Brownells here, and in today's video we're going to be installing the Midwest Industries Handguard on the Henry Homesteader. Alright, so real quick, if you're not familiar with the Henry Homesteader, this is a pistol caliber carbine made by Henry, and yes, it can take Glock mags. They have this insert that provides their own proprietary mags. You can do Glock mags, SIG mags, whatever. But enough about that. We'll do videos on this later on. We're here to install this Midwest Industries handguard. Alright, so step one and step two is to just make sure it's clear. Alright, and then what we need to do is remove the factory handguard first, obviously, right? So if you look in the front here, you'll notice there's a screw that goes into the front, and that's all that holds this on. So let's go ahead and pull that out. Tools we're going to need, we're just going to be working out of our Fix-It Sticks kit today that we have added a Brownells magnetip handle to. Alright, let's see if I can, yeah, there we go. Okay. So you just take a 1/8 hex key, and we're just going to take that screw all the way out. Alright, and we are not going to reuse that screw, so we'll want to store that screw somewhere with our handguard. Alright, so now what we're going to go ahead and do is get this handguard ready to install. So if you notice, there are two screws on the bottom here. We're going to need to remove these two screws, and then this block's going to come out. You can install this already put together, but this is the way Midwest Industries recommends doing it. So this is how we'll do it. There's one screw. And there's our second screw. Alright, so now we're going to mount this right here to this block right here. Alright, and the way we're going to do that, we're just going to flip it upside down, and I'll throw this in the vise. Alright, so you're going to want it to make this ladder shape right here. It's like kind of like playing Tetris, but with your gun, right? You're going to put the little step piece on the other step piece. You following? Alright, and then all we're going to do is take the included screw and put it in the front. So we took that Henry screw out, and we're putting this new Midwest Industries screw in, just like so. And of course you can use a little bit of Loctite, Vibrotite, you know, whatever you want to use there. We'll snug this up here, make that nice and tight. Alright, and you know, 20-25 inch-pounds, if you wanted to throw your torque wrench on there, is all you need. Alright, so now all we need to do is key this this slot right here into a receiver. Our receiver is cut for it. So we'll slide this over. The vise is in the way. And it'll key in just like that. Then we'll take back to our 1/8 here. Then we'll put these screws back in. Nice and snug. 15 to 20 inch-pounds there if you wanted. You can use Vibrotite, a little bit of Loctite, you know, whatever. Alright, so we'll snug those up. And the final thing we need to do, make sure I got the right size. Yeah, alright. So if you look on the bottom, you'll notice this little brass screw. All we're going to do is just snug that up until we feel a little bit of pressure. And that's all we got to do. And now the handguard is installed. That's all there is to it. This one was pretty easy and straightforward. Definitely one of the easier handguard installs we've done. Alright, so From here you can mount whatever M-Lok accessories, and it does come with a one M-Lok rail section like any other Midwest Industry stuff. And looking at it here, you'll notice that they didn't machine all of the M-Lok slots, and that's, I can assume, is for two reasons. One, they don't want you mounting anything right here because the guide rails for your action are literally right up against the inside of there. So you don't want screws and stuff rubbing on those, obviously, for sure, right? And then just to keep a little bit extra debris out of there. That's it. All right, so any questions or comments and you're watching this on YouTube, feel free to leave them down below. As always, if you're watching this on the website, feel free to give us a call on the tech line. We'll be happy to help you out. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.